Hello and welcome to this practice that is designed just to bring you into a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxation, and a little bit of kind of restoration as well. So you will need a chair, or maybe it's your sofa to put your legs up on the end, a block also, a strap if you have it, but if you don't, what I'll get you to do is take a blanket or a towel and you're going to open it out so you have quite a long length, so kind of like this, and then fold it again. So then you've got a strip like so, and I'll show you what to do with that as we get towards the end of the practice. So if you just have that ready into one side, and we're actually going to start standing. Usually when we are in that place of kind of anxiety or stress, energy is moving and we just need to kind of move that through the body first. So bring your feet to about hip distance apart, bring your hands to prayer position in front of the heart space, bend your knees and sit into your imaginary chair. Right off the bat, we're going straight into the legs. Transition the weight to the right leg and then stomp the left foot down. Transition to the left and stomp the right. And just keep going side to side with this transitional stomping. Seeing if you can stay in your chair as well. So it just brings a little bit more emphasis to the legs, which can also just bring us out of our thinking mind. Good, another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten out the legs, take a little moment, check in, notice the kind of echo of that through the legs. And soften through the knees. And this time lift the heels and drop them down. So little heel drops from our Tadasana position. And you could stick with this rhythm or you could speed it up a little. So again, kind of choosing what feels right. I'm going to stick with the slower one with a slightly higher drop. It gives more of that sense of really connecting to the earth. And again, physical sensation of being in my legs, being in my body, connected to the ground. Good, for 3, 2, and 1. And then pause and just kind of notice the reverberation, the echo of it. You might gently sway from one foot to the other as you allow the breathing, the heart rate to come down. And perhaps bringing one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. And as you feel the exhale, just lightly pressing down. About 10 or 20% effort. So this gentle sway side to side. And gentle pressure as you feel the exhale. One more breath. And bring the arms alongside you, soften through your knees. And as you breathe in, reach the arms up without looking at the hands. Bring all 5 fingertips to touch overhead. And then exhale, bring the thumbs down to your heart center. Take the hands around to your lower back and breathe into that space. And then exhale, stroke down the backs of your legs. Hands come to the fronts of your legs as you stroke up. Feel all of that sensation. Circle the arms over your head. Find all 5 fingertips without looking. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Inhale, hands into your lower back. Exhale, stroke down. One more. Inhale, stroke up the legs, circle over your head. All 5 fingertips touching. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Inhale, hands into your lower back. Feel the warmth of your touch. The exhale all the way down the backs of the legs. Give your head a good shake out at the bottom. Maybe take a little rock side to side. And then sit yourself down, any position that feels comfortable, or if you like, you can even sit yourself on your chair. And bring your hands to your lower jaw, where the lower jaw and the upper jaw meet, the TMJ joint, and start to massage around that joint. So often when we are stressed and anxious or dealing with a lot, we can clench our jaw. And sometimes we don't even realize we're doing that. It becomes this kind of subconscious action, a way of kind of bracing against what's coming, preparing us for what's ahead. And as you circle the fingers around this TMJ and open and close, kind of notice the tension that might be there. And then little raindrop fingers, and start to pitter-patter all across your face. Going up towards the forehead, all the way down, across, and around the cheeks, all the way down to the chin, and back up again, little pitter-patter raindrops. Noticing the sensation of your touch, noticing the feeling of your fingertips. And then bring the palms together out in front of you. Rub the hands together. Create some heat, some energy between the palms. And then take one hand and start to gently massage up the inner surface of the arm. And it might be, kneading the arm. It could be circles. You could try different types of touch. And we just bring awareness to this yin surface of the arm. So the lymphatic highway. And go all the way up to your shoulder, and then bring the hand underneath, catch hold of your ribs, and take the other hand to the other shoulder. Soften or close your eyes and see if you can breathe into your hand that's on your rib cage. So inviting this three-dimensionality of the breath. And see if you can maybe make the inhale and the exhale equal length. So maybe that's 4 in and 4 out. Maybe it's 5. And then bring the hands back together, rub the hands. Again, creating a bit of heat and friction and awareness through the palms. A lot of receptors within the palms of the hands. And then you'll start to rub or massage up the other arm. And it could be little circles, it could be little kneadings. And just kind of tune in, what do you feel like? What's interesting? What kind of piques your curiosity? And making your way all the way up. And then bringing that hand to rest on the ribs and taking the other hand to your shoulder. Soften or close your eyes and breathe into the hand that's on your ribs. And feel that three-dimensional expansion with the breath. And see if you can make it a 4 count or 5 count inhale and the same on exhale. And release the hands. Bring one hand to the outside of the knee, the other hand behind you. So just a gentle twist. And then start to take your gaze over your back shoulder. And we're going to add the breath to this. So inhale for a count of 4 as you slowly look over your front shoulder. And then exhale for a count of 4 as you turn your head and look over your back shoulder. And do that again. Inhale for a count of 4 to slowly look forward. And exhale for a count of 4 to look back. Inhale for 4, nice easeful rotation through the head, the neck. And then slowly back. One more round. Come back to the center. Let's take a moment in the center to observe any differences between the right and the left side body. And it might be really subtle, it might be really obvious. And once you've made those observations, turn to the other side. Take the gaze over your back shoulder. And then inhale for a count of 4 as you slowly bring the gaze over the front shoulder. Exhale for a count of 4, taking the eye gaze back. Inhale for a count of 4, turning to look forward. Exhale for 4 as you look back. 2 more rounds, just moving with your breath, slowly moving the head. This movement of the head in conjunction with the breath, also really good for stimulating the vagus nerve. And then you'll return back to the center. And make your way down onto your back this time. Just have your chair or your sofa somewhere handy. Take your feet as wide as your mat. And take your arms out into a T shape. So your your knees are bent rather, feet on the floor. And then let your knees fall to the right. Turn your left palm in and look over to the left. And then bring the knees up and over to the other side. Turn your left palm up, the right palm in, and look to the right. Slow motion, draw the knees up through the midline. Switch the arms, switch the head. And again, slow motion, drawing through the midline as you slowly make your way to the other side. So just continue with this gentle and slow windshield wiper action. Letting the arms alternate their spiral. And how soft, how easeful can you make this movement? Like you're rocking a baby to sleep, so really gentle, nice and slow, mindful. And then slowly bring your knees back to the center. And for these last 2 shapes, I'm just going to get you to set a few things up first. So if you just roll to one side, if you've got your strap, you could place it around your thighs. Like so. If you don't have a strap, and you've got this blanket that we set up earlier, you're going to put your feet on top of the blanket and then take the ends of the blanket through and between your legs, and then you'll pull on them nice and tight, so it just kind of brings a little bit of containment for your feet. And then keep that shimmy quite close to your chair, and then lie down on your back and grab your block. Now your block is going to go underneath the occiput, or that part where the skull meets the neck. I'm going to do a little myofascial release here first. So really slowly turning your head one way. If you find a little tender spot, a lumpy bit, just pausing there. And see if you can extend the length of your exhale. And you'll stay there for maybe 3 or 4 long, slow exhales before you find another little lumpy spot, tender spot, and do the same. each exhale that opportunity to drop in a little bit more, to relax a little bit more. This is such a powerful technique for helping to really bring us into that place of calm, of relaxation. And keep finding little spots and pausing, extending your exhale, softening the body. And find one more spot. And then you'll carefully remove the block. If you've got another blanket or pillow handy, you can slide that underneath your head. And then bring your legs up onto your chair or your sofa. And you can give that tie around your feet a little pull just to make sure it's nice and secure. And if you've got a spare blanket handy, toss it over you so that you feel nice and warm. And then let yourself again soften into this shape, relax into this shape. And waterfall is such a beautiful pose for helping to bring us back to that parasympathetic nervous system. For feeling that state of relaxation, of rest. And it's also great for the lymphatic system and venous system. And beautiful if you have been sitting all day or standing all day or on your feet a lot. And if the mind still feels a little busy, then simply bring awareness to the exhale and try to count to at least 7 or 8 as you exhale. Giving the mind that one pointed focus. And if you can, maybe staying for another 5 or 10 minutes in this. Really allowing that space for rest, for relaxation. And thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hari Om Tat Sat.